Good evening. The governor announced today that our county has switched from the red, which would limit us on remote learning, and has switched over to orange. And because of the orange, we are now going to transition to what we call a hybrid school. To be a hybrid school, what Liberty Union has decided that students with last names A through L will come Monday and Tuesday, and students that have last names M through Z would attend on Thursdays and Fridays. Wednesdays, there'll be no students in our building. That allows our teachers to continue to make those lessons and send them out, because we're going to have a lot of students that have decided that they want to stay home and just do remote learning at this time, and we're glad with that. We're not have a problem with that at all. But it allows our teachers then to have that one day to go ahead and have that connection time to make those videos and get those lessons sent out. So we made a video back in July, and we thought it'd be good for you to see what's it like in Liberty Union Middle School when they walk in, because I really can't bring a lot of people in like an open house because of the COVID-19. So we did that video, we shot that video, and we're going to see that here shortly. But before you see that, there's some things I need to talk about. You know, our staff's been here almost 2 weeks now, and we feel pretty safe. Every morning when our staff comes, the first thing they have to do when they walk up to the door is they get their temperature checked. And then there's 5 questions we ask them, and just to make sure that they're on the safe side before they come in. In the building, they must wear a mask, and we socially distance ourselves in our building. We've done that now for 2 weeks. We feel good. We feel like that's the way that we want the things to happen in this building. So we're going to be asking kids to do the same thing. Students that come to our building in a hybrid, they've decided that they want to come to our school on the day they're selected to come, they're going to have to wear a mask. And that mask is not optional unless we have a doctor's note. If that student has a doctor's note, we will have to have that on file. And then we may still have them wear a shield to help protect things. Because again, I want the students back, but I want to stay here for a while with students. And I want to do everything I can to make students and my staff safe. So we're going to ask to wear a mask. So if you're a parent and you're going to be dropping out up front, you'll be pulling up. We'll ask the student to get out. We'll ask that you stay there in the car. Do not move. And as the student gets out, we have 4 groups that will be taking temperature checks. The temperature checks are being helped by the Boswell Fire Department, because they're kind of experts in that area and help us out on that. We'll also be asking 5 questions. Have you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Do you have a sore throat? Have you had shortness of breath? Or have you had contact recently with someone that's been tested positive with COVID-19? If they answer yes to one of those questions or some of those questions, then we'll ask the school nurse to check them out. The big thing that we'll have is the temperature. If they're over 100, if they're 100 or over, we'll ask them that they stay. They'll ask them to get back in your vehicle and pull away. So again, when we have you pull up with your car, we need to take the temperature with your child outside the car and ask those few questions, and then if everything's good, we'll wave you to go on and you pull away. Again, we'll have 4 groups doing that, so we think we can keep their line of cars moving quite quickly and get the students in. If students are coming by bus, they'll travel on the bus, and you'll see on the video how we want the bus riders to get on the bus and how we want them seated. Once they arrive here at the middle school, before they get off the bus, they will also get temperature checks and be asked the 5 questions. Again, the students will be entering the building, social distancing as they come in. And once they come in the hallway, I have staff members that will be called greeters, and they'll help your child get to their first period class. They're going to go strictly to their first period class unless they want breakfast. We're still going to offer breakfast. Our cafeteria has been changed over to a distance cafeteria, meaning our spacings are spread out and students can eat breakfast. And we'll also have lunch there at lunchtime. We also changed our lunch periods to 4 different lunch periods so we can spread out our kids in there. So each grade level will have their own lunchtime. Speaking of lunchtime, we're also going to offer our microwaves there. Our staff will operate them though for students that bring those different types of meals in their lunch that need that microwave capability. You know, again, we're trying to keep our building as much as normal as we can, because that's what we want for our kids. But at the same time, we must be safe. And that's some things that you're going to see as you watch the video. And we're going to ask the students to bring backpacks. I know our rule was no backpacks, but we're not going to use lockers now. We figure lockers is just one more thing that's kind of hard to control with touching and contact. So we're asking backpacks. And in our video, you'll see there's a picture of things that should be in a backpack so that students are ready, because again, we can't share pencils, we can't share pens, and we're asking that they bring water. We have to shut down our water fountains, but we will have water here. But if they want to bring their own water and water bottles, that's great. They can put them in their backpacks and carry it with them. That's not a problem. We're going to have some classes outside. I bought tents for each wing, so each grade level will have an outside classroom to get air, get the mask off a little bit because we're outside. Our chorus and band will be outside in shelter houses. So we think that, it's not going to be that these students have to wear the mask all the time, because there will be some outside breaks also. We're going to take kids out, spread them out, let them take those masks off while get some good fresh air before they, continue on during the day. One other thing, our school will end at 2:05. We'll start dismissing kids just a little before 2, but the whole goal is to get everybody out by 2:05. We'll be doing social distancing as they exit. That's a lot earlier than we had in the last couple of years on our dismissal time. That's because from 2:05 to 2:40, our teachers need to contact with those students that are home and still doing remote learning. And so, again, that time will be excellent used for those of you that said, hey, I'm really not comfortable coming to school yet, but I want to do remote learning. We're not going to forget about you students. We will be there for you. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to call us here at school. But again, as we go through this, there will be a lot of things that I think that you'll see that we've done to make your kids safe. So again, watch the complete video here. I think it's a great clip to answer a lot of questions of what does the middle school look like inside. Thank you.